Hello everyone.
Welcome to Project LAS.
I'm Clover.
I'm Lily.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm ASHA.
We are a group of IB and BTech students, here to help you guys through life at KG5 with this little video series. We help summarize lessons of PSHE with the expert advice of those who have already been through MYP and GCSEs.
Look, I'm sure everyone's heard the school talking about inclusivity, and yeah, we get that it's just human decency to be nice to each other, but it really doesn't seem like it's possible to get everyone to be kind to each other, right?
Wrong. Inclusivity is easily achievable if everyone's on the same page.
That's why today, we're going to be talking about inclusivity.
But first, let's start with the definition. Inclusivity is making sure everyone feels welcome, valued, and respected, no matter their background.
To be truly inclusive, we have to make an environment that's accessible and safe for everyone.
Realistically, that doesn't sound possible, but let's see what we can do to try and be more inclusive.
There are many ways to be more inclusive. For example, educating yourself on topics such as LGBTQ+ people, various ways someone can present themselves, different religions, and different viewpoints.
Inclusivity doesn't just apply to the mentioned groups, by the way. It extends to people with physical or even mental disabilities.
Uh-huh. You can learn how to support them as well as their choices and help them along their journey.
Learn not to judge people for who they are, and try to understand them. Everyone's different after all. Different circumstances, different feelings, and a whole lot of other reasons can lead to various results.
We can also be inclusive in non-social situations, like PE. Separating groups using terms like AFAB, assigned female at birth, and AMAB, assigned male at birth, can help those who don't identify with either choose a side.
The GSA team has worked with the PE teachers about this.
There can also be gender-neutral changing rooms, so...
They can also be larger to include more people, eh? Eh?
Anyways, what would this do for the students?
I'm glad you asked. Being more inclusive would create a deeper sense of belonging and community within the school, as more people would understand those who are in need of certain aids or social adjustments.
It would also label the school as a safe space, with more open-minded students and the resources to help those suffering from bullying or harassment and the like.
It would also reinforce the idea that everyone has equal opportunities, no matter who you are.
Uh-huh. Everyone has the right to be treated and considered equal. Yes, everyone. No, there's no exceptions.
Now, let's go over some examples of situations you may have encountered at school and ways we can be more inclusive and kinder in them.
Let's start off simple. During team sports and PE, try involving the other members of your team. Certain people tend to get left out even if they're very good or just want to play, all because of hurtful stereotypes. Consider whether you'd be happy just standing on the side for all of PE. No, right? Yeah, so remember to include others even if you think they'll be worse. After all, everyone has to start somewhere.
Here's another scenario. I know that there's some of you who think that certain insults are harmless, but what you think is a joke may affect someone negatively. No, it doesn't make them sensitive. It's genuinely hurtful. Calling people names or saying that they have a disability is extremely rude and should never be said.
Final example. When someone tells you their pronouns, make sure to respect them. They are trusting you with this information, and it's a big part of their identity. And there's no need to make a big deal about it either if you get it wrong. All it takes is a little bit of effort to learn to respect their identity.
Now, if we didn't have inclusivity...
Well, we'd have more blatant discrimination and disrespect for cultures, such as saying slurs to people's faces. Yes, we know some of you say them, even if you're not part of that community.
Saying that someone is autistic, calling them slurs, and various other derogatory terms is just plain rude and mean. It doesn't make you cool. Insulting others for no apparent reason, or for any reason whatsoever actually, is not okay.
People may get ignored during important group discussions because of their identity, like CAS projects or school club meetings.
It may also get confused with integration.
Not the math concept!
While they do seem similar, they are still different. Integration is simply expecting those who need accommodations to make it happen for themselves, while inclusivity is making accommodations for those who need it. Like in exams, when some people need breaks and extra time.
The lack of inclusivity can also lead to worsened mental health in students, because we all know that bullying can cause feelings of isolation and alienation from their classmates. This, in turn, can lead to feelings of social anxiety and a fear of expressing their true self, and potentially depression through all of these feelings combined.
It might also affect their education, since the staff wouldn't fully support their needs. People with learning disabilities and sensory impairments will face difficulties understanding the content taught in class.
Cancel culture would also be more prevalent, as people would be unable to see from others' perspectives. People's voices may not be heard, which also has a big effect on their well-being. This is why empathy is important, guys.
This can also affect those who don't face issues with inclusivity, as they wouldn't learn about minorities or disabilities. This may cause a closed-minded and disrespectful approach to everyone, no matter who they are.
Especially in school, since this is where we spend most of our time, it's important to be supportive, so we can all be the most remarkable version of ourselves and truly enjoy our time at KG5. Well, as remarkable as we can, haha.
Of course, just like the ROC Agreement, inclusivity extends to outside of school as well. We're very lucky to go to a school with a diverse student body and staff who try their best to help those who need accommodations. It's the least we can do to extend that courtesy to others. Kindness begets kindness, after all.
It doesn't have to be large acts. Even just helping someone pick something up would help shape a stronger sense of community within, well, your community.
And if someone accidentally says something they shouldn't have, we do the same thing as we would in ROC. We forgive the person and work together to make sure no other accidents happen.
Hehe, yep. That's all we have for today. Remember, inclusivity is a long-term thing, and it takes a group of people to rally for changes to be made.
We hope you can take our advice. Don't assume, practice some empathy.
And thanks for watching.